developments in terms of the controversy around the Epstein files. This was a post here from the New York Post earlier on today saying the Trump administration's bid to unseal a trove of Jeffrey Epstein grand jury transcripts was denied by a federal judge. That coming out of Florida, and also the new information from the Wall Street Journal that they are reporting that the Attorney General Pam Bondi and her deputy told President Trump during a meeting in May that his name was in the Epstein files. This again, according to the Wall Street Journal reporting on Wednesday, citing senior administration officials. The newspaper noted that Trump was also told that many other high-profile figures were named, and the department did not plan to release any more documents related to the investigation. We've heard plenty of questions from different lawmakers, including Speaker Mike Johnson, about that, about pushing some of the votes for some months so the House will not convene to vote on the Epstein files. He's saying, though, that the Congress is not stopping the release of those Epstein files, saying they want transparency. Let's take you right now out to more comments from different lawmakers, including some of the bipartisan legislators that are trying to push for the release of some of these files, including the Republican out of Kentucky, Thomas Massie. Let's listen into what he had to say earlier.
Does it die down during the August recess, out of sight, out of mind, because people aren't here, or does it intensify because there's that time and it's allowed to cook over the August recess?
Well, I don't think this issue is going to go away. I think it's going to fester over the August recess. I also think it's sort of symbolic of why the American people gave Trump the White House and gave us majorities in the House and the Senate, is because they believe for so many years their votes didn't matter, that there was a group of people that were untouchable because of their power or influence or money, and that the DOJ couldn't get to them, that no matter who they elected, nothing ever changed, and that Trump would come up here and disrupt that. So the Epstein thing is symbolic. And it encapsulates why people were so excited to vote for Trump. And so it's not going to go away over August. I think it'll get stronger. And, you know, we needed 7 legislative days for my bill to ripen. We only got 6 before the August recess. So as soon as we come back, I'm going to collect signatures. And one more thing. You know, the House rules that were voted on the same week that we elected Mike Johnson say that this is a way to get true grassroots bills to the floor if they're being blocked by leadership. I really hope that Mike Johnson doesn't try to pull a fast one when we get back in September and rewrite the rules to get around this parliamentary procedure that he agreed to in the rules, the discharge petition.
Explain why the MAGA base is disaffected with this, with the way Johnson has handled this, maybe the way the president has handled this.
I think I just explained that.
But what's that? I mean, they bought into this idea that, okay, this is going to be a different type of administration. There's things there, and now they're like, wait a minute, this isn't what we voted for.
Well, here's the problem. The MAGA base, they voted for a Republican majority, and they voted for Donald Trump to be president to reach the untouchables, because there's always been this class of people that seems to be above and beyond the law. And so the Epstein files are about reaching those people. And here's the problem for us here in the House specifically. If they become apathetic, if those voters who got energized and put Trump in the White House and us in the majority become apathetic because we don't follow up on this one simple small promise, then they're not going to show up in the midterms. We're going to lose the majority, and the Democrats will be in charge.
Democrats love to say that they can wait until the fall? Do you think the MAGA base can wait until the fall for answers?
They shouldn't have to wait another day. I mean, I'm going in here to vote. Mike Johnson should bring this resolution up now instead of being forced to do it.
Democrats have repeatedly alleged they believe Donald Trump is in the Epstein files, that he might be implicated in some way, and that's the reason why they think there's this quote-unquote cover-up. I mean, do you subscribe to that? Do you think that there's any chance the administration is blocking the releases here because they're worried about the exposure?
I've never said that. Trump is in the files. I have no evidence to think that he's in the files. I do believe there are probably some of his friends that could be embarrassed, and maybe they did nothing wrong, but maybe just the sight of their name in these files makes it such that he doesn't want to release them. But that's no reason not to release these just because somebody's friend is going to be embarrassed. I got to run vote.
Thank you.
All right, just listening in there, that was Thomas Massie, the Republican out of Kentucky, talking about the embarrassment. Even if the names are included of some of these files, doesn't mean any implications in a criminal nature to that. And of course, Wall Street Journal reporting that Attorney General Pam Bondi and her deputy telling President Trump several months ago that his name would be associated with this. Again, that's just reiterating that it may not be in a criminal nature, but embarrassment nonetheless if you're associated with Jeffrey Epstein. Let's take you out to the other side of the aisle as Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, the Democrat out of New York, also answering questions about the Epstein files and the potential release. We'll see what she has to say.
Forum with Sanders tomorrow here. I know there's some clash in the party about, the left wing, centrist, et cetera. Are you concerned about that in the quest to get people in the middle, the idea that there's a town hall and some of the controversies about the teachers' unions?
Oh, I mean, I think that in terms of advocating for teachers and making sure that we make that part of a progressive agenda, I don't have any concerns about that at all. I think a lot of people want to make sure that that teachers are being taken care of and sought out for. So.
Mark Harris has a resolution to take away the charter from Weingarten's organization. What do you think of that?
Oh, I think it's awful. I think that, of course, we know that Republicans are trying to attack teachers' labor rights. They pay them record low salaries. Teachers are underpaid. They are overworked. And going after the teachers' union is one of the biggest ways that you can really...
All right, just listening in there, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez talking about a different subject, but obviously a lot on the minds of different lawmakers.